From After Dark World Headquarters. This is your morning report with your favorite correspondent, KD. So for Mr. and Ms. America and all ships at sea and all sods everywhere. This is Sunday, December 12th. Dark Sunday. My God, I'm looking at myself at the camera. It looks like I just got out of surgery wearing this white skull cap. My goodness. Let's get right to the reading. Discipline Equals Freedom Field Manual by Mr. Jocko Willink. The name of this passage is Me versus Me. There are people in this world who have skills and strength and talent that I will never have. Never. These notions that you can be whatever you want to be as long as you want it bad enough are not true. They are fairy tales. We all have limitations. I don't have the right genes to be an Olympic weightlifter. I don't have the right genetics to be an Olympic sprinter or gymnast. Sure, if I trained my whole life, perhaps I could have become fairly decent in these sports. But the best in the world? No. I simply do not have the DNA to be the best in the world in those categories. But what does that mean? Does that mean I give up? Does that mean I quit? Of course not. Not at all. It means that I'm going to try to be the best that I can be. The strongest. The fastest. The smartest human being I can become. That is what I'm going to go for. And it doesn't matter that I will not be better than others when I compare myself to them. No. I will look at those others who do achieve greatness in a category and I will say, look at what is possible. How close can I come to that greatness? How close can I get to that glory? But my glory, it doesn't happen in front of a crowd. It doesn't happen in a stadium or a stage. There are no medals handed out. It happens in the darkness of the early morning. Are you listening? In solitude, where I try and I try and I try again with everything I have to be the best that I can possibly be, better than I was yesterday, better than people thought I could be, better than I thought I could be, faster and stronger and smarter, and claim one victory that no one can ever take from me, ever. A victory that is earned every single day. A victory of determination and will and discipline. A victory achieved because I will not stop. Jocko Willink, will return to him. I had a great mail day the other day, and I finally get a chance to show it off. I must share with you a sealed 8-track copy of The Great Insult, Mr. Gene Tracy, or I should say Mr. Truck Stop Gene Tracy, and Wild Man Steve, or as Wild Man Steve would say, the Wow Man, a classic of underground comedy. You can still buy it online on DVD, but you can't have my sealed 8-track copy that I purchased when I was a kid in 1974. This is exactly the same packaging. See, it's all sealed up. Will I ever break the seal? Absolutely not. A classic of underground comedy, and oh, so politically incorrect. If you have tastes going toward truck stop humor and the Wow Man, I highly recommend it. If not, you should probably stay away from it. As I said, I had a great mail day. Hustlers Wait, she's not naked, is she? Oh, I see some tittage, but no nipples. Okay, Hustlers, Dirtiest Jokes, edited by Larry Flint, number 2. Let me share a joke with you. On a shopping trip to the city, a backwoods farmer decided to buy a 24-piece jigsaw puzzle. After working on it every night for 2 weeks, the puzzle was finally finished. "Look what I done, Jess," he said proudly to a visiting neighbor. "That's surely something, Willard. How long did it take you?" "Only 2 weeks." "Never done a puzzle myself," Jess said. Let me restate that. "Never done a puzzle myself," Jess said. "Is 2 weeks fast?" "Darn tootin'," Willard said. "Look at the box. It says from 2 to 4 years. The Hustler Dictionary defines snob as someone on an extended ego trip with no luggage. I have to think about that one. I know people like that. A son brought his girlfriend home for his parents to meet. They had supper and sat around talking. The son and his girlfriend then left to see a show. When the son returned home, the father had a word with him in private. He observed that the girlfriend looked to be 4 or 5 months pregnant. The son acknowledged the fact, then asked his father if he would buy a pair of pants without trying them on. The father replied, "No, son, but I wouldn't shit in them so that I couldn't take them back either." I told you the humor was going to pick up or go downhill depending on your sensibilities. Xavier Hollander, or how does she say it? Xaviera Hollander? These letters. "Dear Xavier, baby, I have read all the best sections of your wild book. I found them pretty damn educational. I am 16 years old and I love sex. But I'm in all-boys school, so I have to wait until I get home. But the girls at home are all amateurs. I'd like to visit your establishment, but I am broke for the foreseeable future. I'm 5'9" and without being too immodest, I am very well hung. Next week, I start a 2.5 weeks vacation and I would frankly like some sex. If you can send me a letter indicating your location in this period and make a reasonable price, because remember, I'm only 16 years old. In any case, I'm going to need some sex pretty soon because believe you me, when I come to New York to have some sex with you at your apartment on a strictly friendship basis, it's going to be late next week, okay? P.S. I'm a horny son of a bitch. Lustfully yours, name withheld, Providence, Rhode Island. Touch magazine. Okay, so as we've been reading in Touch, it's My Lesbo Initiation by Susan Kraft, although the guy's name is probably John Kraft. Okay, so he meets her potential lover at the door. "Hi, Susan. Hey, you're sexier looking than you sounded. Come in, come in." She told me as she warmly clasped my hand that her name was Doris. And she waved me to an overstuffed chair and sat in a similar one across from me. Her apartment was clean and chickly furnished. But Doris was an absolutely ravishing, a bit taller than me. The high slit dress she was wearing revealed long, full-thighed legs, and I saw at a glance that the golden brown of her legs was the result of a tan, not pantyhose. We chatted quietly for a while. No mention of sex was ever made. I'm sure Doris was appraising me, wanting to make certain I had everything she wanted for a relationship. Her conversation was controlled, clear, intelligent. Would you care for some wine, Susan? She abruptly interrupted herself to ask me. Sounds marvelous, I sighed. We'll get back to touch. And we'll end today with good advice. Everybody needs good advice, right? Okay, here we go. Quotations on risk. First, weigh the considerations, then take the risk. Take calculated risk. That's very different from being rash. George Patton. Risk everything. Care no more for the opinions of others. For those voices. Do the hardest thing on earth for you. Act for yourself. Face the truth. And that's Catherine Mansfield. To do anything in this world worth doing, we must not stand back shivering and think of the cold and the danger, but jump in and scramble through as well as we can. It's Sunday morning, but that doesn't mean we can't get consequential stuff done. I invite you to do the hard things today. And to quote Mr. Jocko Willink, when in a stressful situation, stop, look around, and make a call. Stop, look around, and make a call. Not a call on a telephone, your own personal call of what to do. It will come to you at the exact moment you need it. Always be nice until it's time not to be nice. Be kind to animals. Discipline equals freedom. Say it with me, will you? Never complain and never explain. So for Mr. and Ms. America and all ships at sea and all sods everywhere, this is your favorite correspondent, KD, wishing you all a great Sunday. Get shit done. Get your ass out of that bed. And I will see you on the road to adventures.